So I want to start, let's just take this one at a time. And I want you to describe how are you feeling as you open this. I can see you shaking a little. What are you feeling?
Just a lot of tremors, deep breaths, a lot of anxious, big numbers, lots of numbers, lots of
What's the
interest.
number?
Current balance, $29,848.54.
Okay, and that's for?
It's for my student loan.
Okay. Let's do another one.
Student loan.
What are you feeling?
A lot of blood rushing to my head, I suppose. I don't know, it's just very heavy, I guess.
What number's on the bill?
$30,001.17.
What do you feel in your body right now?
Of course, my heartbeat all over. And it's very embarrassing. I feel very guilty about this. And that's why I don't talk about it.
I'm glad you're here. Let's open another. What's the number?
$29,879.44.
Can I see that one?
Sure.
This is actually for wage garnishment, which means they're taking money out of your paycheck and forcing you to pay it. Did you know that was happening?
Yeah, I did.
I appreciate how honest and vulnerable you're being. And so is this what had you start to think, oh my God, I could go to jail?
Yes, for sure. And when I started seeing that on my paycheck, I realized, like, this is serious. This is a very serious thing.
Well, that's the reason why I didn't ask a financial expert to be here. It's because debt isn't a money problem. It's actually a psychological problem. And so I really want to welcome Dr. Ramani to join us. She is a leading expert in shopping addiction. She is also a best-selling author. She's been listening in the audience. Could you welcome Dr. Ramani?
Hi.
Okay?
Yes.
It is never about money.
No.
It's about shame and addiction. How does this happen, Dr. Ramani?
Everything she just described. So look, I mean, the shame, the guilt, the anxiety, every feeling that Marina was listing were the feelings she's been trying to avoid for 20 years. That's why we don't do things. Shame is the core of most of the destructive behavior we engage in. And so it leads us to avoid so much. And in this case, it was even avoiding opening a bill and then doing the thing that felt better, which in this case was shopping. So in a way, it feels logical, doesn't it? This is uncomfortable, so I'm going to avoid it.
Yes.
I'm going to go out on a limb here, Marina, okay? Because I don't want this to feel accusatory.
Yeah.
But in some ways, it's almost like feeling like a child. Like you don't want to grow up because like that, when you see the amount, that's grown-up life. What does it mean to be young? You wanted to have fun when you're young. I'm not going to indict somebody for that. But then we're often not taught this.
Right.
But at the end of the day, it comes down to something as simple as trying to avoid an uncomfortable feeling. So I don't think you were sitting there saying, I'm going to trick myself. It was that denial we all fall into. And you know what? All of us, every one of us in this room, you, me, you, are in denial about something. It can just escalate into something bigger, but we're all in denial about something.
Yes, absolutely. So from a mental wellness perspective, why is it imperative that she get a handle on this?
I mean, it's imperative for so many things. Most of all, forget the debt, forget the jail, all of that. You're not sleeping well. You're not present. The stress is taking years off your life. When you're under stress, you're literally having biological reactions in your body that are taking years off your life. The anxiety is taking a toll on you. So even when you're not aware of it, it's always there, thrumming in the background. You're not able to be as present with your kids as you want, your husband as you want, your friends as you want. It's pulling you out of your own life. Those reasons above all. And then obviously the debt itself. How do you not only manage the debt, but your spending? Because we could get you out of debt. Someone could hand you a check tomorrow for whatever it is, $50,000, and you'd be out of debt. But there's a part of me that would be worried you'd get right back there again like that.
My next guest is Shauna, and she reached out to me for help with her know-it-all friend, Rise. Yes, so thank you for being here. So, Shauna, why do you need help with this?
Rise has just been such a know-it-all throughout our entire friendship.
How long have you known each other?
About 3 or 4 years now.
I love how your head just went like this when she said know-it-all. Can you give me an example?
I mean, she thinks she knows everything when it comes to like either working out or pets or bartending. It's just craziness. Everything is, she knows it.
I do.
Oh, well, okay, I was not expecting that. So you think that's a fair term for you?
I own that. I'm a know-it-all. Because, when you know. I do know it all most of the time. No, all the time.
Really? Maybe I should just call you Google. I know that it's annoying to have somebody that's a know-it-all, but it actually led to something kind of serious. What happened?
Yeah, we were talking about, we were doing some kickboxing and I got a really bad cramp in my leg, and I was like, I don't know what to do about this. It's been lasting for a couple of days. And then Rise suggested, she was like, oh, I know this great remedy to help you out. And I was like, I don't know about this. She thinks it's funny. I was like, I don't know about this. She was like, no, I got you. So we go to the grocery store. She like starts grabbing all these crazy ingredients, and then we throw everything in a blender. And she's like, and it's blending it and it looks gross. And she was like, no, trust me. I know it.
So good.
Trust me, it's going to help. And I was like, okay. So I drink this, and then come to find out I'm bedridden for 3 days because
what happened?
It was just churning in my stomach, and I didn't know what was going on. It just felt like I had like food poisoning at that point. But it got
Wait, so she made you drink something
Yes.
for a pulled muscle?
Yes.
It was supposed to work from the inside out. And
This is what I'm talking
that's
about.
how it was supposed to.
Is diarrhea an upset stomach the way that it like is
even
gonna...
doctors get it wrong sometimes, okay?
Wow, so why do you think you need to be an expert in everything?
Well, I don't think I am an expert pretty much in everything. And it stems from like my childhood. My family, they knew it all. And that's just, when I was younger, everyone's like, oh, you don't know how to do this. You got to do it this way. You got to do it that way. So now that I'm older, I made it a point to just know everything for the most part. And to just let other people know, I got to help them. Because if they don't know, I got to let them know. Like, yo.
But you don't actually know.
Well, that's...
Well, I have a couple questions. So would you say that you're sometimes impulsive? Oh, that's a yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. And why don't we rank her listening skills?
Listening skills, I think probably out of 3.
Oh.
Out of a 10?
Yes,
Okay.
out of 10.
Wow.
So pretty good.
She like hears.
Oh, so pretty
It
good.
depends how you scale it. Like if 10's the highest, 1's the
No,
lowest.
no.
Now,
so,
10 would be the highest.
She
in that?
listens
Okay.
just enough to hear what the question is and then immediately answers.
So is she good at taking social cues from you? Or like...
Honestly, I don't think so, because we'll be just around and she'll just be going off on some random subject that she has nothing to any type of knowledge about.
Shauna.
But you do. And it's like, Rise, wait a second, Rise, wait, no, I know this, Rise. And it's craziness.
Yeah, sometimes. But I do know at the end of it, I'm able to tell her.
Because somebody told you.
Well, you know, I'm not surprised to hear you tick off the impulsivity and the lack of social clues and not so great at listening, because it turns out when you have the tendency to be a know-it-all, which you have owned, and you know, I respect that. I respect that you can own the label, that when you have that cluster, those appear in people that are know-it-alls. And so they go hand in hand with this behavior. Is there a reason why you do this other than your parents?
Well, I guess I don't want to have that lack of confidence. I don't want people to think that I'm not confident. So I always just feel like I have to jump the boat and just stand that ground. Like I'm here and I know what it is, and don't worry, I can handle it for
So
us.
it's like a preemptive strike.
Yeah.
Before they judge you, you're like, boom, I'll show off real quick.
Yeah.
And I'll jump in with
and I
the
take
answer.
control of the narrative.